I'm Ant-Man. I know. It wasn't my idea.
Hey, what's up guys? Movie Maniac here. Alright, so the new Marvel movie Ant-Man is finally out in theaters. There was a lot of worrying, lots of excitement. I was kind of in the middle there, but then again, I gave it a chance and the movie was awesome. It was really good. Marvel nailed it again. I mean, I think it's just the thing is with Marvel, all their movies are so entertaining. I mean, I can't really think of one that's like unentertaining. I mean, obviously there's some duds here and there like Iron Man 3, but at least that had some really cool moments and everything. That's one thing about Marvel is that, you know, if they made like the worst movies or something like that, or a lame story or something like that, you'll still get like at least some enjoyment out of all the Marvel movies and everything. However, this movie's not bad. Like I said, this movie is awesome. It's really cool. So, if you guys don't know what this movie's about, this movie is about a guy named well, at first the movie starts off with Michael Douglas playing as Hank Pym, which, yeah, I know, it's kind of weird how he's not Ant-Man. He's the original Ant-Man, but still, it was pretty. But still, for the plot, it's still really cool. But anyway, so Hank Pym, it's been years and years he's been hiding his his Ant-Man suit from everybody and to make it into a weapon until one of his assistants from his company actually tries to recreate his formula of making a shrinking suit, army suit, until when he finally figures out, Hank Pym gets so worried and he calls up a guy named Scott Lang, which he's a thief, but not like a bad guy thief or anything. He's just doing what's best. He trying to do what's best for him and his daughter, trying to see his daughter from, you know, his ex-wife and the douchey husband cop guy and everything. So, you know, Scott Lang is not really the bad guy, but he just wants to get a chance to see his daughter. So Hank Pym helps him out on that, while Scott Lang helps him out on the heist plan to steal and destroy all the stuff that has to do with the shrinking suit. So pretty much he gives him the Ant-Man costume and then shrinks down to size, and then, yeah, the whole it's pretty much a heist movie. And if any of you guys are heist movie fans, then you're gonna love this movie. I mean, like, you know, I've only seen a couple heist movies. Like, there's Ocean's 11, which is awesome. Which one? Which one? Both. Or The Italian Job. That was also a really cool heist movie. Which one? Both. I think I just only seen remakes of heist movies. But the Ant-Man is really good. I like the story, even though it is kind of a weird change how, you know, they're going with the Scott Lang version of Ant-Man, not the original Hank Pym. I thought that was kind of weird too. But, you know, if they were gonna like make this movie during like phase 1, then they could have possibly done that, because Ant-Man was the original Avengers. I mean, some people actually don't know that from the comics. Even, you know, before Captain America, you know, it was Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, and Ant-Man. Yeah, Captain America was around like till the 80s, I think. And, you know, it was really so cool to see him finally he gets a Marvel movie, even though it sounds really ridiculous. You know, if I've never heard of, you know, Ant-Man, it would have sounded very ridiculous. But yet again, it was sort of like Guardians of the Galaxy, where you know, if you watch like trailers or if you heard of it, it's just like, this is the what? Why would Marvel make this? Until when they released the movie, everybody's like, holy crap, this movie's awesome. And that's pretty much like most people's reaction with this movie. In fact, I was a little bit worried for this movie because, for one thing, director Edgar Wright was written the movie, but also was supposed to direct the movie. However, Edgar Wright left the project due to the creative differences between him and Marvel. So that's pretty unfortunate. But this movie does still feel like there's some Edgar Wright stuff in it. I mean, I didn't feel like the characters were very Edgar Wright-y. I mean, Hank Pym, Hank Pym, I could definitely feel like there's some Edgar Wright writing from them. Anyways, so, and then also the action scenes are very much something what Edgar Wright would pretty much write. Like, you know, the action scenes where, you know, Ant-Man grows small and there's all the comedy and everything, and it works so perfectly, you know, for this movie. And yeah, this movie's really funny. I mean, like, there's some really good moments from Paul Rudd. I mean, Paul Rudd's a funny actor. And also some pretty good ones from Michael Douglas. But the best guy, funniest guy throughout this movie is Michael Pinata. He is awesome. He's funny. He pretty much just steals the whole comedy. And, yeah, he's just so funny and hilarious. So, yeah, I mean, all the actors and the characters are really good. Even Evangeline Lilly? Yeah, I pronounced her name right. Good. She was also really good as Hope, and she was really good as Hope, and I really like that. One thing I really like about this whole movie, with the whole story and overall message and everything, this movie's theme, I always feel like the theme is passing along the torch. Yeah, there it is. I really like those kind of movies, and I was really excited to see how this movie would go to that, because I love those kind of movies where it has, like, you know, it has the mentor, and then there's the student, and then, you know, teach them some really cool stuff, and then, you know, they'll share, like, hard times and everything. It's really cool. It's sort of like the Karate Kid with Daniel and Mr. Miyagi, or Rocky with Mickey and Rocky, or what else? Star Wars, like Ben Kenobi and Luke Skywalker, and Luke Skywalker. It's really so awesome to watch movies like that to pass the torch, and yeah, it was kind of really cool. The action scenes are really cool. Like I said, they're really cool. They're really funny. There are lots of really good funny moments, and like, because whenever you see an action scene that when Ant-Man's small. And then, like, well, obviously Yellow Jacket's in this movie, and they do fight. I mean, they show that in the trailers. But when Yellow Jacket's string small, too, and then, like, they start fighting, you know, I love how, in their point of views, it's so epic. Like, there's, like, if they throw something, there's something crashing, big noise, and explosions and everything. And I love how, just, like, at our point of view, the human's eye point of view, you know, it's so funny how when you just look at it, like, say, like, they're punching each other, like, boom, boom, boom. And then, like, Yellow Jacket shoots his laces, like, psh, psh. But then in your human form, or just in our eyes, it's just sort of like, yeah, that's exactly sort of how, like, the action scenes are. I literally love that. And it's so creative of just how, you know, I also just love how creative, just like, how small the actions are. And this movie does feel kind of small. I mean, even from its, you know, predecessor, you know, Avengers Age of Ultron, which that movie was huge. I mean, you know, the climax and the destructions and everything. Like, it's just full out bam and destructions and everything. But then they're just sort of like, okay, let's take a break from that. Let's do some pretty cool small action. Like, let's have Ant-Man fight some bad guy on a kid's train playset. Nice. So yeah, that is really awesome. Yeah, and yeah, like I said, the actors are good. I mentioned Michael Douglas was very good. Paul Rudd is really good. Michael Pinata, Evangeline Lilly. One person I didn't mention is the guy who plays as Yellow Jacket. I forgot the actor's name, and I think the character's name is David Cross. Maybe, I think that's just the actor. I don't know. But Yellow Jacket, I kind of didn't care for him. Mostly because, well, for the most part, Marvel just really needs to work on their villains. I mean, ever since Loki, you kind of get these lame villains that, you know, they seem to look cool and everything, but just sort of just like, oh, okay. And pretty much Yellow Jacket's sort of like that. Actually, Yellow Jacket reminds me of too much of Obadiah from the first Iron Man, where just, you know, he's this big company guy who works for the superhero, then gets jealous of him, and then, you know, makes their own suit and then just fights him at the very end. I mean, it's pretty much exactly just like that. And there's really no interesting stuff about, you know, the characters, there's no interesting stuff about the character or anything. He's just a rich evil bad guy. That's it. I mean, his suit was cool, but that was it. I didn't really care much of villain. I was kind of expecting that watching this movie, because I think at this point now, Marvel isn't really so good at their villains. They really need to amp it up, though. I hope they don't screw that up in Avengers Infinity Wars. Please don't make Thanos lame. Please don't. So, you know, yeah, some of the cast of characters are pretty good. Also, another problem I do have with this movie is the beginning, which it's not bad. I mean, there's one opening scene that was really good, but then there's like there's like 20 minutes of like really just kind of slowness. You're just like, okay, let's just, where's this going? Can we just like, come on, can we keep it going? Can we keep it going? And then finally, when it gets to Hank Pym and Scott Lang, working together. That's where everything, is really awesome. So yeah, and also there's lots of really cool Marvel references, which I will tell about that in my spoiler review. And I mean, it just makes this movie makes it feel like it's an actual Marvel movie that's set in the universe and everything. And I think that's just so awesome. And like I said, spoiler reviews, I will explain in more detail. But yeah, I really love that. And there's lots of really good jokes. It's awesome. The end of credit scenes are really cool as well. I'll talk about those in my spoiler review as well. So yeah, overall, Ant-Man is a really good movie. If some of you people are just sort of like, I'm not so sure about this movie, it looks dumb, don't let your mind think of that. Just come into the movie with low expectations and you will love it. It's such a funny movie. It's great. It's another really good Marvel movie. For one unrealistic wish, I wish Disney would do this for their Blu-ray release. It would be really cool if Ant-Man would have like its own Edgar Wright cut, because it would have been so interesting to see like what Edgar Wright would have done with the snappy cuts and everything. Like maybe that whole beginning could have been like, the slow beginning could have been like snip snip snip. This is all you need to know. Bam, let's get right into this. That would be kind of interesting, but that's just my unrealistic wish. I just kind of want to see what Edgar Wright's vision would have looked like. But overall, it's a really good movie. I would give this movie pretty much a B. It's a good one. A good Marvel movie. So, what did you think of Ant-Man? Comment down below. Check out my other videos. They're really cool. Like, subscribe. Oh, by the way, no spoilers on this video, but But when I post the spoilers review, you can post spoilers on this. But here, if you do want to put a spoiler warning, just put an all caption spoiler warning. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. See ya.